Hello, my beloved friends and family. Taking this opportunity first to congratulate you all to have arrived to this season. We have completed the summer. As you know, tomorrow we will be celebrating the beginning of fall. And I thought it would be auspicious to come outside where the wind is blowing, my chimes are going on, the birds are singing, and the sun is shining, and to my back you can see the mountains of which I nearly live. But anyway, I want to let you know real quickly something very important. It was just provided this morning, well, it was on my sleep, of course, and I do my meditation today. And what I want to share with you, more important than anything else, is you see, it's more than the beginning. I already been mentioning about, the 21st of September and the 22nd, the beginning of it. I explained about the 5-month duration, so on. I was able to do a research based upon some givings that was given by the universe, and I thank the universe for as giving this great opportunity. And what I wanted to do is to emphasize that the information that I want to share with you is going to be very, very condensed, very short. But the depthness of it, you will find it in 2 articles that I'm going to make over the next couple of days. I'll be posting them in the www.thejerusalemassembly.org. These are very, very critical and very important, by the way, articles that I'm writing that has to do with the time matrix. I know that right now, a lot of people are saying, well, we don't have to be talking about a lot about the time frames and everything. But I'm doing this effort, believe it or not, is for you folks, the beloved people. Because I want you to keep an idea that it is imperative that we maintain a calendar. I like to call it a spiritual calendar that allows us to go into detail. For example, tomorrow specifically, the beginning of day 1 of fall or autumn is very critical until we get to October, because there's a period of time that we're going to discuss about the 15 days, which is very, very important, about the 2 weeks. I call them the 2 weeks. In a previous article, I wrote about the concept of the number 3, 6, and 9. I urge you, please go to the website, thejerusalemassembly.org, and read these articles about the number 3, 6, and 9. It would all make sense once I began to depict to you the concept of the 102 days, the 155 days, and of course, the 180 days. They are 3 matrix, and this is what I want to cover quickly today, a little bit about it. There are 3 elements that I have been able to come up with it. And the one today I want to talk about it specifically calls about connecting. The next 14 days, the 15, 16 days, because remember, I work on 3, 6, and 9, 3 day, 6 day, or 9 days, okay? But the important part of it is that if you look through the Bible, 3, 6, and 9 play some major, major role in various aspects. So we're on the timeline, and I want to use this one as a concept of a foundation, okay? So we're better understanding how is that it all's going to develop as we progress beginning tomorrow. Actually, people like to do it beginning midnight. But it begins with a purpose, and the purpose is that we need to start connecting. The word here, the key word to remember is connecting, and I will describe it real quickly in this video. Connecting means simply to go ahead and bring bonding to something or with someone. In this case, we start first with nature. That's what I'm up here today. I'm on the wind, about the shine, about the animals, everything. Because I want you to put it so bluntly, I want you to realize, no matter how many times I can come over and shout it and say it, I want you to realize something. We are changing. The earth is changing. The earth, what we call Mother Nature, has already changed. And what I like you to be aware of is that you need to stay with contact with that. The greatest thing right now, through coming with the disclosure and everything's coming, is to you have a strength, a bonding with nature. I am aware that most of you are very active in your work and all the other activities, especially if you have children, but you have to take a time or so. You can take a time for a 5-minute smoke break. Imagine if you can take a 5-minute break just to think and close your eye. You don't have to walk in through the woods like I do. All you have to do is look in the sky. Look up, 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 up into the sky and realize the greatness, the vast greatness on Mother Nature. And then imagine, how is the sky in other places? Yes, there are things going on, floods, volcanoes, there's a earthquake, but at least look up in the sky, 5 minutes, 3 minutes if you could. Just look at it. Close your eyes. Manifest. Okay? Entertain yourself with the beauty of the day. And that's part of the most important part of connecting that I want you to know. The number 2 that I want to also cover is called the transition. No, video number 2 is going to discuss that more in detail, okay? The transition, what is happening between this aspect of October all the way to the end of December. Oh yes, to the end of December. I will show you. And this is what the 102 days that I am going to be discussing about it, okay? And the number 3 would be then the most important of them all, which is nothing more than say existing, learning to exist. And what purpose that has? Well, the other 2 has it. Okay, as we say in baseball, you cannot get to home run until you get to first base, second base, and third base. Okay, all depends on your ability. How is it that how far that ball goes that you get to go? So in lifetime right now, I want you to make a moment to understand the beauty of nature. That's what I'm making my video out here again. So you can see the beauty that surrounds me. Okay. And you would say, well, I live in downtown Atlanta, or I live in downtown LA, like some of my children who are living down there. But there's still a moment that you can reflect in the beauty of the heavens. Just look up and imagine all the stars that you cannot see. But then imagine how wonderful it is that somebody's watching over us in this aspect. Connect with it. The reason is because the spirituality behind that connection, it's priceless. Priceless, my friend. You have no, I want you to experience that the way I do, and I'm sure a lot of other people do. When you walk into the park, when you go camping, when you go fishing, you remember all those moments that how is it that all of a sudden it's like something has lifted off your shoulder? That's what we're talking about. But instead of feeling it for a moment or so during a vacation or some fishing trip or some camping, you can feel it at least every day. And that's where we are right now. I need you to begin to think about connecting with Mother Nature. If you cannot walk, stare, look at it, close your eyes, imagine. Okay, I know you got time to review magazines and articles and news. Think about it a moment, just if you can just imagine something. Got a picture that can show a beautiful sky or picturesque or something like that. Like right now, all the way in my back, the clouds, the mountains that you can see where in the back. You can hear the dogs barking, the wind is blowing, the chimes are ringing, and it's like heaven. And this is what's all about connecting. We're connecting, and the reason is that we need to be connected because of what the precedents or the events that are going unfolding are here. And one of those is that nature has changed. And it's still changing. Believe it or not, they're still changing. So I look forward for you to go through and read the articles that I am going to post here in the next 2 or 3 days. I will let you know. Please subscribe. That way you get the notices when it's all being posted. Because this video is going to go first, and then after that I am going to make a second video, hopefully tonight, when it's quiet, and I want you experience the outdoor, as we call it, okay? No campfire or anything like that, but at least you can see or at least feel the evening in here. So that is after number 1 of this video. That we need to connect with nature. We need to connect with ourselves. We need to connect with God. And in all this free manner is not difficult. It's very simple. I already mentioned with nature. If you can walk, fine. If you can put your bare foot, or bare feet in this case, on the ground, that's what called grounding. That allows your body to be the lightning rod, and the energy of the heavens come upon you, transfer its energy through your body, every cell of your body, right down onto the ground, to the core of the earth, returns back onto it, and yet energizes your whole being. You learn that much about it, I'll guarantee you, within the next 5 years, because it will be a lot of disclosures that the spirit of the God that is in every human being is going to start what? Eliciting. It is going to start bringing about. And once you start feeling it, my dear friends, you are going to be a different person, I guarantee you. All right, not bonding with ourselves. What do we need to do with ourselves? What we need to do is look at inside, the introspection out of ourselves, inward. What is that I really want and see? The secret right now, the secret of the internal aspect of ourselves is two things, two simple things. Joy, joy, and love. How is it that I can feel joy? That I leave it up to you, every one of you. Some of you might be as simple as having a parfait, an ice cream, or a cake. Maybe you have to have a latte. Whatever the means are, it doesn't matter what it is. You have the opportunity to at least experience that. Try to magnify it. Try to add to every day, okay? Get out of the routine concept. Get into the concept of new something, okay? If you're going to stop by a hamburger every day or every morning, no, stop. Stop. Have cereal at home. See what it is. How does it feel like? Or at least try something else differently, okay? Your body is already telling you that. Your mind is already telling you to go ahead and start diversifying. Start getting what? Changing your attitudes, your elements around you. So inward, joy, love. What is love? Learn to love yourself, okay? And it's not difficult. It's very simple. Why? You think there is something wrong to say I love myself? No, it's not selfish. It's what? It's becoming aware of the divinity that you are, the specialty you are before God. And therefore, if he loves you so much, so deep, and he's in you, then why is it so different to say, I love myself as I love God? Why? He's inside of you. So that is the element of connecting. Connect with yourself. The third connector that we're talking about is connect with other ones. Other people. Of course, the ones that we're talking about are your loved ones. Yes, sometimes you're going to say, well, Mr. Garcia, I don't agree because sometimes I got a next to kin that it is just a hard-headed one. That's okay. That's not the issue. The issue is that you recognize the needed to what? To connect. And there's many ways to connect. If you are in any line, say a little something to someone. If you see a baby, wave at the baby, and smile. And if mother looks at you, just say, madam, you have the most beautiful child. Look at that smile. Look at that. In other words, let yourself loose at that moment. Experience, that attachment, that bonding that comes, that spiritual reaching out. That's the connecting part. If you feel someone sad, tell them a little joke. Tell them a little something that makes them feel good. Okay, I have a very good example. My birthday was a couple of days ago. My wife ordered a cake. Well, the cake was not done according to what she visualized it to be, okay? And you know what's so funny? Irritated the other lady. And I told my wife, honey, it is fantastic. It's beautiful. What are you talking about? I haven't had a cake like this ever in my life. And now I haven't. And look at it. It's just fantastic. Whatever the lady imagined and whatever my wife imagined should be the cake be, it's so funny because guess what? It was still delicious. It was still sweet. It was still magnificent. Okay, so the point I'm trying to say is just learn to find the joy in whatever it is and help other people to find that joy. If you find a very beautiful dressed lady, it's not embarrassing, nothing. She wants to hear you tell her, madam, you look gorgeous. Okay, you look beautiful. And come around and sit with very calmly situation, say, and please keep it. It is a beauty that God has awarded. In other words, you're not doing a pass or something like that, because a lot of ladies will think, well, that. No. But if you're genuine, they can see it in you, as well as any other individual. And the point I want to point it out is once you start feeling this way, your body, your image glows. And when it glows, people go around you, and you find people smiling at you. Smiling. I mean, you they look at you, they go by, and they start looking like, oh. And you smile back, right? Don't you feel good when someone does that? Especially for us, man, when there's a young lady or woman that passes by and she smiles at you. What does she see in you? She sees you, the light. Your face glows and sees something beautiful, okay? Not desirable. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? But it's something that is spiritual. Your aura reaches out. You know how far your aura goes? You know that? Most people don't realize that. It goes far away, and I'm talking about way out there, okay, easily 30 feet out, 30 feet. Imagine if you can measure it. That's how far your aura, your light, your spirit that it is in it goes by there. So anytime you're in a group, in a bus, imagine how many yours interact. And doing so, You will find it to be fantastic. So that's the point of this video. Connect. Connect with nature. Number one, you hear the birds? Okay, you hear the bells? You cannot feel the wind, but I can guarantee you, it's blowing. It's beautiful. You see the clouds, everything is real. Okay, so connect with nature. Walk if you can, barefooted. All right. Do not work in the hot cement. But make an effort to do that. I already said hug a tree. Hey, there's Cedric. You all remember Cedric, right? And over there is Al. I was thinking about sitting underneath Al and do the video, okay, in a chair or something like that. But then I remember, I said, okay, wait a minute, it's too bright, it may not be able to be good. So I decided to get under the shade and give you a view of the back, on my back, over here where I live, okay, with the mountains and the trees. So going back to it, number two, and you're connecting, connect with yourself. Love yourself. Talk to yourself. Take care of yourself. Drink plenty of water. Drink plenty of juices. Buy nutritious things. Stop eating junk food. Please, it's not helpful. And anything that has additive chemical right now, it's not helpful. I guarantee you, I experience it. All right? It's not very helpful. And number three, connect with others. Your loved one first, and your relationships. And above all things, on that lot number three, learn to forgive. Learn to forgive. Okay? Okay. So that's for right now for this video. The first one in the series is going to be connection or connecting. And I already mentioned there could be two other ones. One may do one tonight, it's not tomorrow. But I definitely going to be very busy writing you extended articles. There'll be at least two. You got to see this metric that is going to take place for the next few months and few weeks. I have it broken down. And where did I get it from? The Bible. It's all in the Bible, folks. It's not something Mr. Garcia will pull out like, call it out of a cookie, good fortune cookie. No. I spend the time by the guidance of the magnificent angels that are surround me. I was able to do, especially during this season. Okay? We had Yom Kippur that passed. Now we are entering in the Jewish tradition. If for those that like to follow through with the numbers and the Jewish tradition, we entered into the Feast of Tabernacles, okay, which means that Sukkot. And this is the part of the wilderness that they travel throughout the desert. And in a way, believe it or not, that is exactly what humanity is going through. And that is where I got my information from, those aspects of the Bible that happen to be part of the wilderness. And I'm going to show it to you that it applies everything from the time of, I would even share with you the concept of the fig tree. Most people don't understand why was the concept of the fig tree. I will share with you a beautiful, beautiful concept of why Jesus approached the tree. He was telling us, something about them and the food. It was something that would relate to us today. And I will post this one again. Anyway, don't make this any longer than it is. I like to say, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord shine upon you. And may he grant you, vast peace. But above all things, may he give you a treasure of joy and a treasure of love. And may you be filled again with his spirit. The strength of his love be with you in all of this. Because you will survive. I guarantee you. Follow in your heart. Follow what I share with you. You will survive. Until then, God bless. Peace and love. I love you all, okay?